Justin, what's the secret sauce that you think many junior devs don't have? Unable to see the big picture, forest from the trees. Okay, so helping the secret sauce for helping them advance in their career. I hate to say it, but the secret sauce is mentoring. At the end of the day, the secret sauce is having a mentor. I think most junior developers with time will understand the things that they need to understand. The problem is they don't have someone guiding them to where they need to go for them. And the problem is it's not a one size fits all problem. It's not a one size fits all solution. I mean, mentoring is very much a one-on-one, understanding their goals, understanding where they're at, understanding where they've been, being able to admonish, but also encourage, because you need someone who's going to push you when you don't feel like doing it, but also encourage you when you don't feel like doing it or when you feel like you're a failure. And honestly, that might be the answer for the second one too. Although I would tend to lean on, for the second one, when it comes to getting a job, I think it's more experience. I think a breadth of experience, like we've been talking about. Junior devs tend to, especially if they're self-taught and they don't have any mentoring, they don't have any guidance along the way, they tend to spend a lot of their time in tutorials. They spend a lot of their time in following like courses and things like that. Not that those things are bad, but unless you're doing them purposefully and there's a plan in doing it, if there's not a plan and a path defined for that, that's really personal, you're not really going to experience what you need to experience. And a good mentor can even help you in that process of pushing you to try to learn new things that are going to force you to experience certain kinds of errors, certain kinds of bugs, going to force you to experience thinking through certain kinds of problems. Obviously, that's a whole lot easier to do as a mentor on the job because you have a real world environment right there. But you can do that as a mentor one-on-one, even outside the job. It's more dedication because you're not necessarily being paid unless the junior dev's paying you. It's a little bit harder to do without the constraints of a job. That's why I always prefer for mentors to be linked up with a mentee in a company. I think companies should be taking on that responsibility. But as we talked about in the longer mentor video, I mean, mentors are few and far between for many reasons. And that's not anybody's fault necessarily. It's just a reality. And so I think, in my experience, the junior devs that have mentoring tend to, that tends to be the secret sauce pretty much on all fronts. So there you go. That's my opinion. That's the secret. The secret sauce is mentoring, and real mentoring one-on-one. I mean, obviously, this stuff here, I hope is very helpful, and I try to answer questions as well as I can without knowing the details of everybody who's on here. I mean, we've only had between, 5 and 20 people on here. Even with that, I can't know everybody's situation and background and give perfect answers or perfectly helpful answers. So if you can get somebody that's more one-on-one, even if it's just once a week, for them to know you and to know your desires, your goals, and really help you move forward. That's what would help you the most. Hopefully this is second best. I don't know that it is second best, but that's the goal, is to try to make it second best. So